Tony's back with his protector in place. And final instructions from Mickey Van. Southpaw Tony Foster. I think Escott's the southpaw as well, if I'm not mistaken. And trainer Tommy there looking on, as Mick Toomey as well. Well, Escott's an orthodox boxer. Just
seconds out, round one.
And there's a very fast, hard puncher, is Harry Escott. Although Tony's fresh off a cracking win last week in Leicester against Warren Slaney, who he gave more than half a stone to, so maybe that'll do him some good, we'll see. It's a crafty little boxer, is Tony. Capable of picking up a few points. But as I said earlier, Escott is a very capable boxer with a good punch in both hands. And last time out here, in fact, he outpointed the former Central Area Featherweight champion Les Walsh in a very one-sided affair. Fast hands from Escott. And full marks to Foster for going forward and making a fight of this one. Well, not too much in that one, I didn't think. And I'll be delighted if Tony Foster proves me wrong. He's had his fair share of losses as Tony, although he's always fought his heart out, and sometimes they've been very, very close. It's a different thing going up against a guy who's all but unbeaten. He's 23 years of age, Tony Foster, married with 2 children. And had a good scrap with Gary Maxwell a couple of weeks ago in Nottingham. And was actually ran up an unbeaten 5 streak before he took on Liam Mass down in London. And was stopped in 5 rounds on a very, very bad cut on his eyebrow by a Mass.
Seconds out, round 2.
And maybe Harry's having a bit of bother trying to sort out Foster's southpaw style. But if Tony Foster can show the kind of resolve he showed against Warren Slaney last week, he can make a good fight out of this one. Both taking it in turn to score. Not pretty punches, but keeping each other busy. Good straight left in the middle from Foster. And they caught each other there. And a good left from Foster. And that's his forte, Tony. He's very good at putting 3 and 4 punch combinations together whilst he's going backwards. And a fairly even round, I thought. Nothing too much in that one. And Harry Escott's having a harder time with this one than I expected. Not that Escott's doing anything wrong, it's just that Tony Foster is boxing very, very well.
Seconds out, round 3.
Third round. And I just wonder who's going to be first to assert any authority on this one. Or is it going to be cat and mouse for the remainder? They didn't carry so much power, but they certainly looked impressive there from Tony Foster. Good combination to Harry Escott's midriff. And mind, it wasn't without reply. But I think Tony just got the better of that exchange. And again, he's having some success with that sneak big left through the centre of Escott's guard. And Harry's accuracy leaves a bit to be desired here at the moment. Good left hook to the body, followed by left hook to the chin from Escott. And slip to the canvas there for Escott. And a wee bit after the bell there from both of them. No, it's a good round for Tony Foster, I felt. Got slightly the better of the exchanges, especially in close. So this is developing into a very interesting encounter. Congratulations, Rob. And we're approaching the halfway stage of this, and we await timekeeper Terry Parnham's gong. He's actually had his watch stepped on by Escott the last time they had a meeting here, and I don't know if Harry knows it, but he actually broke the timekeeper's watch. It's just that there's no ring apron to speak of here, and his foot slipped under the canvas, and that was it. He also kicked the bell a couple of times, I believe. And Tony's boxing very, very well yet again. Using his right hand nicely. Neither of them appear to want to commit themselves by their feet. They're staying out of range. Big right there from Escott. So, Tony's nothing if he's not tough. Took that with no problem. And as I said earlier, I think Harry's having trouble trying to figure out Tony's port side on. Oh, that was wrong. Starboard's right. Not been too much between them in this round, I don't think. Harry's had the odd success with right hand over the top, but Tony's still been sticking at it with his jab. We've still got Tony a round up at the halfway stage. 4 completed, 2 to go.
Seconds out, round 5.
And still Terry Parnham hasn't had his bell kicked as yet. And Tony rushed in, sensing it hurt Harry. And Escott gets himself tangled in the ropes, but gets no quarter from Tony Foster. And Escott's having by far the best round of this fight so far here in the 5th. Managed to catch Tony Foster with a few shots without actually getting caught himself. That's the name of the game, of course. Although he's still very reluctant to commit himself. So So I think that's levelled things up on my card. Not that what I say has got anything to do with the eventual scores of Mickey Van, but I think this could all be on the last round. And interestingly, Harry Escott not only being attended to by Tom in the corner there, but also Johnny Davidson, who is Great Britain's Olympic team captain for Seoul this year. And unlucky, desperately unlucky apparently in the British semi-finals of the ABAs this year, who went out to the eventual winner. So Harry's in good company there.
Seconds out for the sixth and final round.
Customary touch of gloves for the last round, which I can't see being any different to what's gone before it. As I said, I think the fight could rest on who wins this one. Difficult fight to score really for Mickey Van, I should imagine, because there's nothing really positive been done by either of them. Little punches, little bursts, and I suppose Mickey might actually settle at a draw at the end of the day. We'll see. And Escott was on his bike there while Foster went searching for him, and he seems to have picked up a cut here. Oh, I don't believe it. There can't be too long left in this one, and Mickey Van's called a halt to this. And Escott's picked up a bad cut on his left eye. What a terrible shame, but great win for Tony Foster. Superb win for Tony. I didn't think there was much in it at the finish. It's 65 seconds of the last round. So that's the second on the trot for Tony. And as I say, I don't think there was much in the fight at the time of the stoppage. Desperately unlucky for Harry Escott to have picked up a cut there. But that is boxing. I didn't actually see an incident that could have caused it. I don't think that Tony Foster hits hard enough to inflict any facial damage.
Gentlemen, please, Mr. Chairman, gentlemen, in 65 seconds of the sixth round, the referee has stopped the contest. Escott has sustained a bad cut over the left eye. Foster is the winner.
See if we can get a look at that cut. And they've obviously cleaned it up in Harry's corner.
And gentlemen, not forgetting your appreciation for a good lose or two.
Quite right too. And another win for Tony Foster. Well, I for one am delighted for him.